Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the GR Wisdom channel. To all y'all who are already subscribers, thank you. And to my potential subscribers, hope you like the content and thanks for tuning in anyway. But today I'm gonna be discussing a topic which I know there's gonna be mixed views on it, but it is what it is. Someone just get straight into it, and that is for those who don't know, or the women who don't know, or the women who may be confused, or maybe you just might already, feel that you're doing this or that you do exude, you know, this trait. This is what men, want from you. Is femininity. That's it. Especially for women of today. This is basically what a man truly desires. A man who's about his business, not some guy that you might, a simp or somebody you might be carrying or taking care of, or as some people say, some women say, doesn't deserve you. And if you feel you are doing these things and the man just still isn't getting his stuff together, then you know what you got to do. So the thing, I guess, what many women have come to think about men is that men are hard to understand. It's hard to figure men out. There's nothing difficult, and this is just my opinion, unlike a woman, there's nothing difficult to understand about a man, unless you're just dealing with a confused, dysfunctional man, you know. And you should be able to tell that even, if you're already with them or before you meet them, who you're dealing with. But that's a whole different video as far as the signs to tell if you're dealing with a dysfunctional man. You probably heard, and you probably gonna hear me saying some graphic stuff in this video. So you can click off right now if you're not up to that. You probably heard the proverbial thing of, as far as pleasing a man, is to keep his stomach full and his nuts empty. Yeah, I said that. So you probably have heard that, and that's not too far from the truth. Actually, that's a start. You know, But in all actuality, you know, other than all that, what a man desires is peace. Not someone who's argumentative, nor does a man love to argue unless this man is feminine and confused, dysfunctional himself. So what basically attracts a man to a woman, especially to the point of wanting to marry you on the first date, is a woman who exudes the femininity. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be. A lot of women think you have to have a certain look to have that, but that's not necessary. Or you have to be a 10 or a 20, so to speak, as they call it, to exude femininity. Or you have to look a certain way, as these shows, these reality shows try to tell you. And as you see, most of these women that you see on TV are far from feminine. These bad girls club, these real hoes of Hollywood and Atlanta, they're fighting, throwing drinks, cursing, and all this stuff. That's not cool and that's not feminine. I mean, I don't know what man would want to deal with a woman like that. You know, a man, that's the most attractive thing about a woman. A man wants the yang to his yin, so to speak. The other half, that peace, that calmness, that soothing. Not so much, a nurturer, so to speak, but just to know that he has that peace, something that basically looking forward to all day, to coming home to. It has to be that source of calmness. That woman that greets him with love, no slick talk, no animosity, no arguments, no woman that's willing to knuckle up. You got a lot of these women. I saw a video the other day where this woman was in the street. It's funny enough, she was a New Yorker, but she was in the street, and she was actually about to fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? She was like really talking greasy to this guy, about to fight him. And like he was doing his best to try and, get out the way. and she just kept antagonizing him, which is one of the worst things a man wants to deal with is an antagonist who's trying to get him out of character, so to speak. Even if she's upset, and I can understand a woman being upset, but this woman was like putting her hands up, ready to fight this guy, and it was crazy, you know. So I know a lot of you might be saying, okay, a lot of the stuff you're saying requires submission, which is like one of the biggest arguments. I'm not gonna be submissive to this man. I don't need to be submissive, and every man wants a woman to be submissive. Yo, you have to be submissive at some point, just as a man should submit to his woman in certain aspects as well. But as far as femininity, I don't see how that's being submissive, being, feminine. And then you got the argument of being submissive to a man that's not your husband. Why are you dealing with the man that's not your husband anyway? But I guess in this days and times, it's not realistic, because it's not back, in the courting age where you, go through a guardian or the father and things of that nature. Women are already dating and having sex outside of wedlock. So when you get to that point where you say being submissive to a man that's not your husband, you are already breaking the rules, so to speak. So that's not even a good argument, But when you say I won't be submissive to a boyfriend, fiance, whatever, but I'll be submissive to my husband. A lot of these women are not even submissive to their husband. So that's you'll say that, and it's like I said this in another video. It's like a switch is supposed to be turned on, so to speak. Once you get married, you automatically become a different person, and I find that hard to believe. That all of a sudden you become a different person. For this husband. A lot of things that women ask of a man. A man for that feminine woman, a man has no problem going all out, all the pillow talking, all that beautiful stuff that you hear about that's romanticized in these stories. A man becomes a different person. All that fly stuff you hear about that, that women like to hear whispering in a woman's ear and all that stuff. A man will throw his whole wallet at you just to have that femininity, so to speak, this stuff that I'm talking about. Just a woman taking care of the house, having food made, food ready, rubbing his back, neck, and feet. Now you're like, oh, that's going too far. I gotta rub back, neck, and feet. I mean, the thing in the Western world, especially in America, that's looked at as going out of the way. There's no way in hell I'm gonna rub a man's feet, his back, or his neck. That's what a lot of women tend to say. I'm not gonna, cut his hair or clip his nails or pull ingrown hairs out of his neck and, stuff like that. There's no way in hell I'm doing that. But you got women from other countries, other nations, other places who understand this. And a lot of these women are more submissive anyway. They understand this and they do these things without being asked to, so they have that femininity, so to speak, in these other places that, a lot of American women just won't do. So this is a difference. And I know it seems like a lot because many American women haven't been taught to do this, as they have been in other countries, things of that nature. So with that femininity of a woman, the same thing, a man should be spontaneous, but a man desires a woman that's spontaneous with things. When he comes home, be waiting on him in the bedroom naked, something like that. Something, that just the beauty of feminism, just to come home to, his muse laying in bed, just waiting for him, something like that. Something fly like that, that's just like complete femininity right there. And then like I said, you'll have a woman saying, that's too much, I'm not doing that, da, 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 da. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? You can't speak for what a man wants as a woman. And that's the problem with a lot of women. You try to speak or try to say what a man wants. And you can't do that. You can't speak for what a man wants. So, you know, another thing, I mean, just you say men aren't romantic, but some women aren't romantic either. Women initiating intimacy with a man is another thing that's just, you know, exudes femininity, so to speak. A man has a hard day. A man has to deal with the world outside. I know women work too, but still, a man has to deal with this world outside, and then he's trying to come home to his peace and comfort where he can just, you know, it's all just taken away by this counterpart of his woman. You know, you should be the muse, so to speak. And I'm getting in the Greek mythology thing I keep talking about. You should be the muse or the nymph, so to speak, to this man, like Calypso was to Odysseus. And I'm getting into the Odyssey, things like that. So it's this is just a trait, like I said, that men complain amongst other men about, but I guess they just can't pinpoint it or say what it is. But this is what men desire the most. And like I said, men will basically do anything for a woman for something like that. Like I said, it don't have to be about money, but he'll throw his whole wallet at, throw his whole paycheck, just take everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to tarry too long on this video. I had a few more videos I wanted to do today. I'll try to knock some out, but hope y'all enjoyed this video. I want to hear the comments. I know I'm probably gonna hear some da 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 da. You male chauvinist da 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 da. Whatever. That's cool. I'm just trying to help you out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, share. If you haven't subscribed yet, or if you haven't watched any of my other videos, make sure you check out my other videos. You know, like I said, like, you know, share this video wherever. You know, all your social media platforms, text your friends, you know, subscribe, follow me on social media. I got my links in the description as well. You know, I'll follow you back, whoever you are. If you like the content, like I said, throw a couple coins in the well of wisdom. I got the link in the description for the donations for that. I'm about to start blogging, like I said, you know, and get the blog. I have my website up. I just haven't been active on it, so I'm gonna get into that, you know. And I've heard some people ask me to do longer videos, but I just don't think that people want to hear me talking that long, and I might bore you after a while from talking. So like I said, thanks for tuning in, and remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. So I'll check you guys out on the next video. Peace.